Taurus. Hola mi gente, greetings, ¿cómo estamos? How are we? I recorded a whole video and then someone called me in the middle of it and then the cloud came and took all my light. So here we are again, second time around. Yes, I didn't pull any cards though. So it's a brand new reading for real. How are you, my fellow bulls? I pray that you are well. Happy new moon, happy new week, happy new month, happy new year. We are about to ease on down the road into 2025. And this right here is us celebrating the final new moon of 2024. It's also the second new moon of, I said full moon? It's the second new moon of December, but the final new moon of the year. And so they call that a black moon or a dark moon. And this black moon or dark moon is in Capricorn, our fellow earth sign. So, Tauruses with heavy Capricorn and Aries placements, listen up because this transit is important for you. This moon is conjunct Chiron, which just yesterday, stationed direct in Aries after it was transiting retrograde since the summertime. So deeply reflective, deeply internally processing moon that is sitting conjunct with an asteroid called the Wounded Healer, asking us to really look at our traumas, look at where we bleed, look at how that affects all relationships and how that has helped or hindered us. So I really encourage you to go on IG, watch the collective, read about that because I go into detail, into depth. I also speak about the Mars in Leo and Mars in Cancer transits that are about to happen. But this video here is a collective general reading for all Taurus placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Lilith, 10th house, North Node, and particularly Chiron, right? So let's get into it. This new moon, Taurus, is, as we know, the sign of Capricorn is about strategy and authority. And so this new moon is asking us, what are the processes, the systems that you have in place that support the dreams that you say that you have for yourself? It's the structure of your dreams here. So we are being invited to think and dream out loud. A black moon helps us to stare into the abyss of creation, this black hole that the entire universe came from, this cosmic womb of the world, thinking internally about how we are planting the seed into that darkness and then going to watch it grow. But we need to have parameters, right? Sometimes in a gardening bed, you have to have some kind of border to prevent animals from getting in or from overgrowth happening, right? Sometimes when you're planting, when you're growing a tree, you have to tie a stick of wood around it so that it doesn't lean on itself and begin to cause itself more pain. So this is what this new moon is asking us. What are those boundaries, those parameters, those fences, those anchors in the wall that you have to put so that your TV can mount? So Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors of light, we ask that you enter into this space and provide us with the messages of clarity that Taurus and the Taurus collective need to hear at this time under this new moon in Capricorn. We ask that only spirits of light continue to enter into this space and that spirits of darkness remove themselves from this place. Your darkness is not welcome here. Please find your light elsewhere. That's how true it is. And tell us what we need to know. What we need to know for Taurus, all right? 2 of Cups was the first card out, followed by the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the 2 of Pentacles. Oh, my, Taurus. You got a lot on your mind, don't you? The Magician in reverse. Some of y'all are losing your faith. Oh, shit. Some of y'all losing your faith. Some of y'all feel real beat up. And Taurus, I understand. 10 of Cups in reverse with the 7 of Swords. A lot of betrayal I'm feeling here for you, Taurus. Betrayal coming from the family. Betrayal coming from people that you thought was your family, that you consider family. Could be the chosen family, the friends from high school. I feel like you're closing out 2024 being very clear about how much of yourself you have given and how much of yourself you need to take back. Some of you are being honest with yourself about how you betrayed yourself, how you played yourself. This person showed you who they were all along. This is not new information. This is not a new feeling with this person. They've hurt your feelings before, left you out in the dust feeling like this Five of Cups energy. They've had you sitting, waiting by the phone, contemplative. Oh yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I'm going to send the cash app right now. Never sent you the bread. They've had you in conflict after conflict, drama after drama, and they haven't shown up in your support or your aid when you had or needed help, when you had conflict, but they expect you to be there. And I feel like you have been juggling this for a while, Taurus. Two of Cups was your first card out. And so this lets me know that this is something that is near and dear to you. It can be a romantic relationship, a marriage, a baby mama, a baby daddy, co-parenting situation, but it could also be your family, your best friend, your siblings, anyone that you feel particularly emotionally connected to. This also lets me know that this is, because you have this 2 and this 2 sitting completely on opposite sides of this board, it lets me know that this is a relationship that you have tried to see it your way through, right? Again, it's been years. This is somebody that you're really close to, your mother, your soulmate, your karmic partner. You've felt their energy for however long, if you haven't been in their physical presence for a long time. But because there has been so much time and history has transgressed, it's like you really have done all that you can. You've been combative and confrontational when you felt you had to fight fire with fire. You have eased back and become the ocean and withdrew all of your water and emotion when you felt like you were doing too much or being too much. You've tried to be just a listening ear. You've tried to coax them out of depression and support them emotionally. You've done all the different ways that you can prove to a person that you love them, you care about them, you're here for them, you're down for them, and they still shitted on you. They still pulled out their blades and found some way to stab you in your back, poke you, take something that belongs to you, leaving you sitting in this Five of Cups energy, grief-stricken and contemplative in this Four of Cups. The 10 of Cups in reverse here with this Magician in reverse lets me know that once again, you're losing your faith. I feel like you're losing your faith in your own magic though. It's like you once felt that you was that bitch, that you was that boss, that you had it together, that you had access to these things. Things were starting to click. It was making sense. Your money was flowing. You were at peace with yourself. Your friendships were growing. And then it got halted. Again, 2022 was difficult for Taurians. So I want you to know that, well, I'm going to pull to see what is the highlighting energy. How do we really get up out of this? But I want you to know that this was all meant for a purpose. It was meant for a reason. For some of you, this faith that you consider yourself to be lacking is part of the problem, because this was what the test was for. This test was for your strength and for your spiritual endurance. It was meant to bring you closer to God, and it's pushing you further away. So I get it. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's a lot to deal with. One thing after the other. These are the people I'm supposed to trust. What the fuck? But God is saying, I'm trying to bring you closer to me, my child, so that you can understand that everybody that I put in your life is temporary. Learn your purpose and learn to move on. You holding on too much, baby. And Taurus, that's our problem sometimes. There is a purpose. There's a reason, a season. Some of these are branches. Some of these are roots. Some of these are leaves. But you are trying to plant a seed, make a thing take root and bear fruit, right? Everybody is not meant for that. Everybody is not built for that. And everybody is not worth that effort. You know how much fucking effort it takes to like plant a tree and for it to bear fruit? You got to water it, make sure it's not infected, make sure it's getting everything that it needs. And then some trees take a very long time to bear fruit, and some trees just don't. And I feel like some of you have been sitting around looking at a tree. Like, I've cultivated this for 13 years, and it hasn't grown a single pear. The whole time, it was never a pear tree. It was never a pear tree. You got to find your partridge somewhere else. Ashe, amen. For some of you, as I mentioned in the last reading, I believe, or a couple of readings ago, there is witchcraft at play here. Interference in your flow. And this is why there is stagnation. So I'm going to get one second camera so y'all can see what's going on here. But again, you have these two twos sitting on opposite ends. In the middle, you have this Five of Cups that shows up with the 4, then the 5, then the 7. And so it feels like, you know, maybe in your relationship, there was a natural discord. There was a natural disagreement. You started to separate. People are not seeing eye to eye. Okay, that happens in life. But then it feels like somebody threw a monkey wrench. It's like, I feel like this 2 of Cups move to this 5. Okay, we're not hearing each other. We're not finding common ground. We don't see each other. We don't understand. Then it moves to the 4 of Cups. You started to sit and think too much about this. Well, I feel like you communicate good with these people though. So is it me? Is this personal? And then 5 of Swords came in with the energy of them proving that. Like, you saw them stand up or defend somebody else or help somebody else when you needed it, and it had you really in your head. And then the 7 comes in, and then somebody threw some witchcraft, right? And somebody was like, yeah, they're already not getting along, let's make this shit worse and put the whole family in a sour jar. And now y'all all fighting each other so that you don't know who to trust, so that you can't come together in common unity against a common enemy. And that's something that's being highlighted here. So if you are a witchy Taurus, it's time for you to get back in your bag, absolutely cleansing yourself, but also doing your little 1-2. Maybe you got to put somebody in a jar back, baby. I don't know. Happy New Year, bitch. Stay in your lane. For others of you, you need to be doing this work on yourself. You need to be doing your own uncrossing, uncleansing, praying for prosperity and peace, etc., etc. Speaking of which, I am going to be opening up a road opening service on January 1st for those who would like to have a candle burned in their name on my community collective altar. This is bringing in prosperity and blessings for the new year, but specifically for the month of January. So I'm going to share some more information about that. But if you are interested in that, please do let me know. And put a red heart in the comment section below. So, okay, all right, baby. Queen of Wands is here with the 6 of Swords in reverse. So definitely there could be some fire energy that is in opposition to you, some fire energy from far away, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone who does not live in your city, your county, or your zip code, or someone who is paying someone overseas to throw this work at you or to spy on you. I do feel like there's voyeurism at play here. People are trying to jock you and watch you and see if their work is working on you. And so if that's the case, if you feel like you are being spied on, watched on, you feel like somebody has been throwing brujeria, mal de ojo, gossiping about you, just trying to see what you getting into, baby, give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about, Taurus. Okay, put on your best fit for New Year's Eve and take all the pictures and post all of them. Tag the people that they don't want you to tag. Okay, do the things. And this is not to say to put on a show for them or be performative for them because you have something to prove to them. This is to say, don't let them stop your shine. If you didn't want to be extra because you knew it was a lot going on and fuck that. Okay, I'm giving you permission. My spirits are giving you permission to show up and show out, because this Queen of Wands energy here is absolutely looking at whatever your relationships are, your networks, your community as a threat to her, a threat to her peace. This is also somebody who feels that they are in competition with you. So there's a myriad of enemies at play here. Some more treacherous than others. But this fire sign energy is showing up as kind of like showy and showboating. Like, yeah, I was Taurus's main enemy and she didn't do shit about it. And so now you're going to have to put her in her place. And of course, gender can be swapped here. Clarify the Queen. Is there anything else we need to know about this bastard? The Star. Okay, your ancestors are ready to interfere as well. And now they really fucked up. You got the Star and the Magician. You a witch. You know witches. And you got ancestors that don't play about you. They really fucked up now. The World is here in reverse with the 6 of Wands. This situation is going to turn itself around, Taurus. You don't need to worry yourself as much. You need to cleanse yourself. You need to gain clarity on this situation. Do you want to let this relationship go? Are you ready to divorce this person and move on? If so, then cut the cord. Write the petition out. And start to dissemble the contract. But if this is your love or this is something that you want to keep in your life, you want to keep this job, then don't let that hater at work sprinkle her little goofer dust and try to get you removed. You fight back, because you have to learn how to fight for what's yours. And I feel like, Taurus, some of us, and I'm throwing myself in that mix, some of us have been too gracious. Our faith is too strong. Remember, we are the Hierophant in the tarot deck. We got the highest order of divinity in the tarot deck. Our connection to spirit is seamless. We don't have to think twice about it, right? We are Taurus. We're the closest sign to the earth. We are very deeply connected, as above, so below, right? Our feet are rooted in the vibration, the natural vibration of the ground, because we are earth signs. But the way that our minds can process the conversations that God is trying to have with the collective, we are truly a rod, right? We are like a conduit. And so some of us, in that divine understanding, we allow people to play with us for too long. We go, I see your spiritual malady. I see that somebody is working you, so I'm not going to intervene. I'm going to let you curse me out. I know our compassion is deep for humanity. I know that you've been going through a lot. I know your father died this year and that you lost your job. And so when you get a little bit snappy with me, I let it rock. But for some of us, Taurus, it has gone too far. And someone in your life is confusing your compassion with your character. And that's not who you are. You will fuck them up and you need to. I'm just saying. I feel it with my chest because people playing with me too. And I don't like that. Look, South Node, pass. Leave that shit in the past. Solar flares, activate. Activate that beast within and let people know who they really fucking with, who they really messing with. Like, some of this shit has gone too far. Progressions, journey. It's time for us to progress and journey on in this situation. If you know your significant other's family doesn't like you, you're spending no more time. What I just said, Mars, motion. I also said Aries was in the mix here. You know so-and-so doesn't like you at work. You cut all cords with that person if you can. Don't try to do the thing. Oh, let me try to get on this project with her and see if I can win her over. Because I don't need no enemies at work. That's Taurus's thing. It's never because we're scared. It's never because we don't want to engage in the conflict or the confrontation. If there's a problem, let's talk about it. But for us, it really is about, one, cultivating an environment of peace. If I can be the bigger person here and it's just easier to do that, then I might as well, because everything else is too much work. I just want to show up to work and do my job. I don't want to have to look over my shoulder or keep my head on a swivel because I know that people don't like me, they don't trust me. But baby, sometimes people just don't have to like you and they just don't trust you. And that's just going to have to be what it's going to be. Okay. I'm talking so fast. Lord, Spirit, slow down. I can't keep up with myself. I just said this, symbiosis and partnership. Some of you need to undo this work that has been done against you to bring your union closer. Some of you need to, this partnership that they're talking about, the symbiosis that they're talking about, is a union between you and your spirit guides to help you move through these collective shifts that are about to take place. But this new moon is absolutely asking you to confront the confronters. Make a list of who your proposed enemies are and how you're going to handle them in 2025. There is definitely some eye-opening honesty that needs to be had with yourself here about who's on your side, who's not, and how you need to shift their place in your life. Your ancestors are watching, they're supporting, and please know that they are ready to bust a move whenever you say, and whatever kind of move you're trying to make. So I hope that was helpful. If you need help understanding who is in your spiritual court, who those ancestors are and what they're ready to do, then please do come book a mediumship consultation with me. If you are interested in looking at what 2025 has to offer you, then 2025 year ahead readings will close on January 20th, Inauguration Day. If you like this, please do show me and like it, comment, subscribe, share with a friend who's a friend who's a friend. And I look forward to seeing you in some of my spaces. All my links will be below. Please remember, every new 100 followers, I will randomly select someone and give them something for free. You may get a candle, you may get a seat in one of my classes, you may get a reading, a mediumship consultation, I may ship you a custom herbal blend. Who knows, right? The possibilities are endless. But I love you, Taurus. Happy new moon again. Happy new week. Happy new month. Happy new year. 2025 is our year, baby. Our year for abundance and growth and peace and prosperity, and also letting a bitch know who she talking to. I love you. Peace.